Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing great today. So, today I wanted to talk about something that I'm currently doing to grow myself as an individual. Self development related, personal growth, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to better myself. So, my first step in the process that I want to go over with everybody for myself, right? This is not something I'm putting out saying this is an end all be all, this is the exact answer, this is the way that you have to go, but instead I'm telling you based off of from where I'm coming from. So, for myself, one of the big keys to self development and personal growth is going to have to be choosing to analyze yourself. So, at this time currently, I had to look within myself and figure out what are some of the things that make me tick? What are my bad points? Where do I want to be in the future? Right? So, one of the things I've noticed about myself is I am quick to get angry at certain things. It could be anything. It could literally be something as small as somebody leaving a cup on the counter after I've cleaned. It could literally be something as small as me about to run out of gas and I'm about to be late to work. I'm starting to notice these things within myself when I look at myself. And the biggest part about that is coming to a realization that there is an issue. Now, I noticed some things about myself as well. When I was a young adult, right, I had so many different goals in mind that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to be a pharmacist, or I wanted to be a professional soccer player, or I wanted to be a professional track athlete. I had a lot of things in mind, but while I was doing these things, I noticed something within myself. I wasn't willing to put in the work to accomplish those goals. I wasn't willing to look at myself and say, hey, you aren't working as hard as you think you need to, or you think you should be. So, what do? I continue to live my life. I continue to look at each day and not be thankful. I continue to complain because of my situation. I continue to see myself in a different light than everybody else is seeing. It's never my fault, it's always everybody else's fault. So when you come to start to look at yourself, you realize a couple of things about yourself. Number one, you potentially don't trust yourself at all. See, whenever we're saying things throughout our day, when we're making these promises to people throughout our day, we don't normally follow up. We follow up on what we want to follow up on, but we don't hold our word. So, how are we supposed to trust ourselves if we don't even hold our word to people or ourselves, right? So, when you start to analyze yourself, look within. Look within and really think about what you promised to yourself and other individuals. This is something that I'm currently doing. If I say I'm going to go to the gym and do cardio and abs, and I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., that's what I need to do. Because if you don't trust yourself, how are you supposed to make your future plans come to fruition? So that's number one. Number two, in regards to analyzing yourself, figuring out what makes you tick as a person. What do you like? What don't you like? What are some things that you want to reach out towards? What are some things that you need to stay away from? In my case, I've noticed I'm not able to drink alcohol in a minimal amount. Whenever I go out, I think a good time is me having 5, 10, 15 drinks potentially. And even if I do it once in a while, all it's doing is putting me in that bad space. It's causing that negativity. My body doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. I have a hangover. There's many different things that I don't need in my life in regards to alcohol because it does not make me tick correctly. It does not make me grow. It does not help me to get to my future plans. While it is a fun release, why am I trying to escape from life itself that I'm currently living? Because we're living in the present and we can consider the present a gift because it was never promised. Another thing that makes me tick, I love to challenge myself. Challenges are great. Challenges are amazing. Challenges are good to build yourself for the future. But there's one thing that I do when I do these challenges. I overly do them. I drown myself in challenges. I don't give myself an opportunity to have a break from it during this growth process. So one thing that I need to do better is understand there is a specific cap for certain tasks that I do. There's always time to grow, but I also need to understand that during this process, my brain needs time to heal. My brain needs time to heal, because if I don't give it that time to heal, just like a body, you need rest from the gym. Your mind is a muscle as well. It needs rest throughout the process. It will start to search for things such as instant gratification whenever it's tired, whenever you're hungry, whenever you're in pain. It wants you to get out of there quickly. So in order to keep my health up in those areas, in order to keep myself in a good, positive, personal growth environment, I need to understand what breaks are. That does not mean going back to bad habits. That does not mean sitting down and watching TV for 13 hours. That does not mean giving myself a day off from the things that I promised myself. It just means don't overdo it. Give yourself a goal. Give yourself something in mind and keep it manageable until your mind is actually grown strong enough to be able to handle such a workload. But these are baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day, and your mind won't be rewired in one day either. So remember this: anytime you start to get down on yourself, anytime you start to think about picking up another drink, anytime you think to start back to smoking cigarettes, anytime you think to start to go cheat on your spouse, whatever it is that your problem is, remember, your brain, your subconscious mind is fighting against you. You've already wired it to the point to where it's comfortable now. And any time you try to take yourself out of that comfort zone, it's going to end up trying to take you back. And you won't even realize it because it's your subconscious. We're most of the time flying through this life on autopilot. Okay? So, goal setting, right? To become successful. That's a big thing as well. That's my number 3 thing I'd have to say. I need to give myself a goal for each and every single day. Looking at myself, if I do not have a goal, I will continue to be the same person. I'm not self-aware to anything if I don't even understand my goals. I need to have these conversations with myself, because who knows you better than you? Who supports you better than you? Who's going to get you to that area of life that you want to be in more than you? These are things to think about. These are things to look at within yourself. For myself, I promised myself I'd start a YouTube channel. And so what did I do? I started a YouTube channel. I promised myself I'd start to research businesses. How does an LLC work? And so I've done that. I promised myself I'd do a bodybuilding show. What am I doing to get towards that goal? I'm waking up to do fasted cardio. I'm doing my workouts at night. I'm practicing my posing as well. There's so many different things that you can choose to do that work out best for you as a person. Pick a goal. Pick a goal that you can achieve. Pick a goal or a dream that's so big that it scares you, but have small milestones in between to make that path to your goal more clear. And you do that by having self-analysis. So these are just kind of things that I'm going through. These are things that I'm working on myself. This is stuff that you can potentially utilize if you'd like. I'm not a counselor. I don't have a degree in psychology. I'm just going the route of understanding myself and trying to figure out what makes me better. So, things that I'm doing currently to ensure that I have some sort of goal in mind each day. Number one for me is definitely writing. Now, writing gives me an opportunity to look within myself and understand what's bothering me, to understand what my next steps will be, and to also help me to stay within myself and watch myself throughout the day. The number two thing that I'm doing is reading. Now, I've recently read within a book called The Power of Self-Discipline, and successful people read. Imagine that, they read. There's probably a reason for that. They're trying to further their education. I also use this as a tool for myself to pay better attention when talking to people, to my day, to understand my day a little bit better, and also to further my education, just as I've said before. Another thing that I'm doing for myself currently is waking up at 5 a.m. I'm sacrificing some sleep. I'm sacrificing sleep because I understand within myself I enjoy the comforts of every day. I love to sleep in. It feels so good. But when I wake up, I'm stressed out. Oh, I didn't get up to do cardio. Oh, I'm starting the day late. Oh, I need to get in the shower real quick and brush my teeth and get ready because we got to go soon. I'm in a rush. I'm not able to hold myself to the standard of what I need to be doing for the stuff I have to get done each day. So I've considered waking up at 5 a.m. as a way to get myself out of the comfort zone. My fourth thing that I'm currently doing is taking cold showers. I'll get into the shower, I'll put it on full cold, and then I'll switch it to warm, and right before I get out, I'll switch it back to cold. Seems pointless, but the point of me doing this is to be uncomfortable, to do something I don't want to do, to train myself to get used to these types of things, to train my brain that instant gratification is not always going to be the answer. So, all the stuff that I went over today with everybody, feel free to use it if you like. But once again, this is just things that I'm currently doing. You might have a different route. There's no wrong answer for this stuff. I'm just giving information and what I'm going through and what I'm currently trying to do. And hopefully I'm able to help somebody. So just remember, tomorrow's never promised. Today is also a gift. So live today. Live today. Hold your word. Be thankful for what you have. Enjoy yourself. And also work hard. Today you choose you. And today you have the opportunity to grow as a human being and create that life you've always wanted to have. So, on that note, hope everyone has a great day. I will see you all in a week, and thank you so much for your time.